So I wanted to do a quick physical media appreciation post because I think a lot of people these days would ask, why would you buy, movies on disc at all? And I get that because, like, with video games, for instance, I get them all digitally. I very, very rarely buy a game disc or cartridge or whatever anymore. I prefer to just have them all digitally. That way I can flip between them. I don't have to swap things out. And with movies, I'd say mostly buy physical. I am getting into digital a little bit with movies because big reason is running out of space. Like, I just don't have room to put all these, but I don't know. I'm going to have to figure something out with the space end of it. But also, it's just, I have nothing against owning something digitally. Like, so recently, Everything Everywhere All at Once, I really wanted to see it. It came out on digital first. I knew I was probably going to like it. Didn't want to wait for the physical and just said, fuck it. So I'm buying it digitally. So, like, I get it. I totally get wanting to switch to an all digital format, especially for space reasons. But there's one very important thing about this. With movies, I find that digital is not as good as physical, just in terms of quality. A good example is Shudder is particularly bad with, like, compression and stuff. So they could have the Vinegar Syndrome rip of a movie, and it just doesn't look as good because it's streaming. And, like, when it's dark outside, the black looks all kind of, like, blocky and shit. And when you watch something on a physical disc, you don't get that. It looks a lot better. But the other thing, and, like, the reason I really wanted to make this video is I've been trying to slow down. I've been trying to slow down with my collecting a little bit because it's expensive. And the physical media I really like, and what I want to celebrate with this post is the stuff that's actually pretty expensive. And it's like these boutique labels that will put out really nice versions of movies that have been out for a long time, and sometimes cult films, stuff, or stuff that you wouldn't expect to get like this, like, really nice treatment. And recently I bought 2 Arrow Video. They've been going into 4K now. I bought 2 of their recent 4K releases. I bought Wild Things and True Romance. Now, I bought them on sale, 50% off, okay? And they were $30 each. So these are 4K Blu-rays of old movies from the 90s that are $60, right? Which sounds insane. $60 on a movie, a video game is $60 brand new, and that lasts you a lot longer, right? The value proposition, all that. But I'm looking at these. First off, I don't regret buying either of these, especially at $30, because they're both fun movies. Wild Things. We'll start with Wild Things because I have not seen Wild Things since it came out in theaters. So it was, I'm saying off the top of my head, like 1998 or something like that. I saw it in the theaters. I had a good time. I've not seen it since. I've not really thought about it much since. But I saw it on sale. I saw it was 4K. I know Arrow does a good job. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I was already getting this. Let's throw this in the cart with it. But, like, look at this. Look at this package that you get. The care put into these older movies, and sometimes, like, really cult movies and stuff. And I'll have a really cool example coming up. But look at this. First off, it's like this hard outer cardboard shell that houses the whole package. Really nice. And I got another example of that I really like too. But, you're not just getting the movie. Here's the box with the, or the case with the 4K disc and all that. Inside, they got these, like, I don't know if they're like lobby cards. You know how, like, back in the day they used to have lobby cards for movies when you would go to a theater? Like, there's a whole bunch of them. You know? And that's just inside of the case itself. You know, for the movie. You get a poster, which I'm not going to unfold because I'm not going to hang it up, and I don't want to figure out how to put it back. And then you get a book, which, you know, contains pictures and essays and, you know, a whole bunch of shit. So, like, I'm impressed by, like, yeah, it's expensive, but I am impressed by what these labels will do to present a movie that, you know, you might not expect it. Let's say this is your favorite fucking movie. It could happen. I'm sure there's people, like, if this is your favorite movie, you now have, like, the definitive way to own this and watch this. It looks great. It looks fantastic. You get all this cool extra shit with it. And, you know, $60, bit of a stretch. I agree. But for $30, if you really love a movie, I think that's worth it. And, you know, for us, like, film geeks and film Twitter people, it's kind of like this weird obsession of just collecting this shit where, like, sometimes I'll buy stuff. It's not my favorite movie, and did I really need to spend $30 on Texas Chainsaw Massacre 4? No, I fucking think that movie's awful, but I did because I like the quality, the work that goes into some of these releases, and I do want to name some of the labels. Obviously, a big one for horror fans: Scream Factory / Shout Factory. Arrow Video, obviously, the ones I started highlighting here. Vinegar Syndrome, Blue Underground, which I don't own any of theirs, but I've heard that they have some really fantastic 4K presentations. I'm sure I will own some of them at some point. And there's a whole bunch, you know, of other smaller ones that I'm, you know, the ones off the top of my head are Vinegar Syndrome, Scream Factory, Arrow. I know there's another big one that I'm forgetting, and I do own some of, but you get the idea. So the same thing is true of their Arrow's True Romance set. You know, you get the movie, you get the cards inside. My movie is actually in my Xbox. So I'm about to listen to the Tarantino commentary on it. But yeah, you get these. I'm calling them lobby cards. I don't know what else they are. I think I'm too young to remember lobby cards, but I remember that was a thing, and I don't know if they're like trying to replicate that here or what. I don't know what you want to call those things. But yeah, you get the poster, the book, all that. And I guess the big thing, like, it's not just about packaging. It's the extras. Now, while things did not have a ton in terms of extras, you know, there's commentary and this and that. But there were 2 new interviews, one with Denise Richards from recently and one with the director from recent. True Romance is a little bit more, and I'm going to start digging into it a little bit, but a bunch of commentary tracks, and I'm going to listen to the Tarantino one, and probably listen to the Tony Scott one too, but Tarantino, he's just fun to listen to. So it's also about, like, the extras that they put into it. It's not just the movie itself, like. And what I really love, especially about, like, Scream Factory back in the day, they almost always would do, like, this full-length documentary about a movie. No matter how, like, forgotten or whatever, you get, like, an hour-long documentary about the movie. I guess I'll move into a Scream Factory example here. Here's their recent 4K of Halloween 3. One, I know people didn't like the covers that they did for the 4K Halloween releases. I actually think this is a really good one. And I actually got the poster with this one, and I've been meaning I'm going to hang this poster up. I'm a huge fan of Halloween 3. I think that I think Scream Factory did a great job with these Halloween 4K releases. Once again, it's like that hard cardboard outer shell that the Arrow video ones have. I'm a huge fan of that. Please keep doing that, you guys, all you guys with that. And then I have the original cover art. They have reversible cover art always. And I put the original cover art for the inside. This is in particular. They've released Halloween 1 through 5 on 4K. Halloween 3 is a significant upgrade from the previous release, just in terms of picture quality. It's brighter, the colors pop, all that. But yeah, the other thing, like, so I have the whole, on top of, I own Halloween 1 through 5 on 4K from Scream Factory, but on top of that, I actually do own the old box set from like 2013 or whatever. And all the extras from those carry over to here. And, you get, for each movie in the box set, and also true of these 4Ks, it's the same extras carrying over. I do know that there are extra special features. I probably should have looked into that again. I remember when I was digging through these in 4Ks initially, I noticed that they did do extra things on top of the special features that carried over from the old Blu-ray release. But one of the extras here is Standalone, the making of Halloween 3, Season of Witch. Now, that is probably like a 40 to 50 minute documentary on the making of the film where they got the people that made it, they got Tommy Lee Wallace talking about it, and they do that for each movie. Like, this is beloved now, but maybe at the time that they released the set initially, like 2013, maybe not as beloved. But it didn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, Scream Factory doesn't do this always now, but back in the day, you were getting that 40 to 50 minute documentary about the movie, as well as a bunch of other extras. The other thing I really love that they would always do, Horror's Hallowed Grounds, revisiting the original shooting locations with host Sean Clark. So they would do this all the time back in the day too, where this guy would just go around showing you, like, here's a shot of the place in the movie. Here it is now. Here's me standing there today. And, like, that's another cool feature. Let me read you. I'm just going to go top to bottom on features on this disc for Halloween 3, movie that was reviled when it came out and kind of forgotten before it got, like, a real following. New 4K scan of the original negative. Audio commentary with Tommy Lee Wallace. Audio commentary with Tom Atkins. Standalone, the making of Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, featuring Tommy Lee Wallace, Tom Atkins, Stacey Nelkin, Dick Warlock, Dean Cundy, and more. Horror's Hallowed Grounds, revisiting the original shooting locations with host Sean Clark and Tommy Lee Wallace. Interview with makeup effects artist Tom Berman. Still gallery, theatrical trailer, TV spots, radio spots. And this is like a movie that, back in the day had a really shitty VHS release and a really shitty DVD release. And here it's getting the proper respect from this company. Nice package, nice transfer, like beautiful looking presentation, and all these amazing extras. Like, and if you love this movie like I do, this is worth you could get this for like $26, $27. Worth it. And they do that for all sorts of shit. I'm going to go over a couple more examples. Brain Damage from Arrow Video. Respected in the community, but, this is kind of like outside of like hardcore horror fans, like a forgotten, VHS rental or whatever. But they give Frank Henenlotter the respect he deserves here with this nice presentation and a bunch of extras. I'm not gonna read all the extras. Arrow does these really dense, like, paragraphs. So if you want to, you can pause it and take a look of all the shit. Arrow makes it look like more than they actually put on there. Like, a lot of times it looks like, oh my god, that looks like a lot of shit, you know? Oh my, look at that huge block of text. And then, like, you put it in and it's like an audio commentary in the trailer. And, like, an interview or two. I'm going to show you another one that's, like, I think really neat. And it's like, above and beyond what you would expect. Homegrown Horrors Volume 1. This is put out by Vinegar Syndrome. And it's a box set of 3, like, homemade horror movies. So these are movies you probably could have rented on VHS back in the day. But, I mean, these are ultra low budget, completely forgotten. And you know, Vinegar Syndrome's highlighting them, saying these are worth checking out. Kind of elevating them a little bit and preserving them. And, you know, this set, I forgot how expensive. It was expensive. And there's another one I got half off, and it was still expensive. And you're like, I'm going in blind buying this, and I'm like, this is probably shit. What am I doing? But you know what? Winter Beast... I mean, it's a piece of shit. Like, it's this no budget movie that this guy made over the course of a decade. But oh my god, it cracked me up, and I had a lot of fun with it. And Winter Beast probably will be coming to an episode of Recurring Nightmares. I'm gonna force my buddy Chris to watch this shit and you know, have some laughs about it. But look at this, like, set, dude. These are movies that were like, these directors probably thought. Sadly, I think the guy that made Winter Beast is dead. But they probably thought, you know, would never get this. Look at this awesome box set. Look at that cover. Look at that. You got this thing that slides off. They each, you know, Winter Beast. And a bunch of extras. You know, like, it's so cool to me that these places... And I guess maybe I'm the mark. I'm the guy. I'm not as bad as some people. Like, I don't buy everything, and I've really slowed down with it. But as I was sitting there thinking the other day, after I spent $60 buying True Romance and Wild Things, I'm like, this is kind of a waste of money, right? Like, this is stupid. But then I'm looking at them. I'm looking at the package. I'm looking at the presentation. I'm, like, watching True Romance. It looks fucking beautiful. And I'm just like, no, dude, this isn't a waste. It's not. I just wanted to show off one more, probably my favorite. It's like right up there with the Halloween set, and this is a big obvious one. A lot of people have this, but God, this is like one of my prized possessions. I just love this set. Friday the 13th, the complete collection. First off, look at that fucking art. Just wow. This you could usually get for about $100 or lower. It has every Friday the 13th movie. It has 4K scans of 1, 2, 3, and 4, I believe. And it's not actual 4K, but it's 4K scans. So if you have a 4K TV, they're going to look nice. And I could testify, Friday the 13th 1 looks fucking fantastic. Like, it's never looked better. It looks so incredible. That's not even... Friday the 13th 1 is very low on my ranking of these movies, but oh my god, I was blown away by how good it looks. And they all, 1 through 4 look great. Even some of the... Like, Part 5... Look, and then they had, like, the original covers inside. Part 5... I don't know. I don't know if it got a new scan or what. It looked fucking great. But even that, like, first off, it has all these, like, cool... this is another one. I can't remember who did the Friday the 13th box set back in the day. Like, the one that came in a little steel container. But there was, like, again, every movie had, like, a fucking 40 to 50 minute documentary about the movie. All those extras carry over. And there's new stuff on these. And even Friday 5, this is like one of the most hated one of the series. New audio commentary with actors Melly Kinnaman, Deborah Voorhees, and Tiffany Helm. So that's new on top of all, like, this has a full set of extras in it. And I think, I want to say, like, some of the other, I want to say, like, this had something new 2K scan of this, and it looks a lot better. New audio commentary on this, new interviews with Adam Marcus and Kane Hodder. So this has all the extras that were previously available. But Scream Factory went the extra step in putting out this box set and put extra things on Jason Goes to Hell. There's a few like these. I'm like remembering. I'm forgetting the specifics about this set because there were things about it. I think this one, part 2, has the long sought after like lost like gore and shit that had to be cut, not deleted scenes, but like gore that was cut. I want to say that the New Blood has some of this as well, which New Blood, probably think part 7 New Blood, famously cut to shit. I think that this, it doesn't say it on the box. And there's another thing, these went to print before they had all the extras done. So just what you see on the box here, the extras, is not everything that's on there. You really have to dig in. And I remember at the time when this came out and I was reading reviews, there were people that weren't really doing their homework. So I'm not doing my homework right now. But like they were missing things that were new and exciting about this set. But yeah, I want to say this has some of the, it has a reel of all the gore that they had to cut. It doesn't, I do wish it'd be great, right, if it had an uncut version of the film with that footage put in and made, to look as good, but sadly doesn't have that. Like the film elements or whatever that they have, that they uncovered for this stuff is not going to match up, and so you just get like a little reel of what could have been. And well, thanks for watching.